No matter what, people will commit to misunderstanding you. What's most important is your commitment to understanding yourself. Hello, you guys. My name is Nkirika Madani, known as NK, and welcome back to Misunderstood. You are not ugly, it's just winter. This happens every single year. We all feel a little more shitty during the winter time, and there's so many different factors that attribute to this. First and foremost, it's freezing, so we don't want to be outside. The sun goes away at 4 p.m., so we feel like we're not getting enough sun. We're probably drinking a little more. We're probably letting go of some of our routine. We are just so ready to be out of winter. It seems like we can't avoid this period of time every single year, these 3 months that sometimes feel very dreadful. I moved to New York City in February of 2023. No one told me how depressing that month was going to be. And honestly, no one could have prepared me for it. I had to see it through for myself. If you're new here, I moved to New York by myself and I moved here on February 1st, 2023. February is still very much winter, and arguably February is the worst month because we have already gone through a few months prior of winter and we are just sick of it. We need it gone, and we needed it gone yesterday. I think back to my very first month living in New York City and I was so depressed. I didn't know anybody. It was freezing. There were a few times where my phone shut off because it was so cold and I had never experienced that type of cold ever in my life. So it was a big jump scare. It was very jarring and I was depressed, I have to say, but I navigated through it the best I could. Now, with 2 New York winters under my belt, I think that I have cracked the code with what will help us get through this not so pleasant season the best way we can and come out of it the hottest and most balanced version of ourselves. So I created a list on my notes app of everything I believe will elevate your winter and make you feel good from the inside out. I should have put these in categories, but I'm just going to read them as is. So we're going to be rediscovering a few topics over and over again, but just stick with me. Every single thing on this list is very much important to the bigger picture. Number 1, don't drink as much. I experimented with dry January in January of 2022. That was my very first time ever doing it. And I even went beyond dry January because I realized that once I got through the month, I really wasn't craving alcohol. A little backstory on alcohol, if you don't know, alcohol has a ton of sugar, a ton of chemicals. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy drinking and there's nothing wrong with that. However, in the winter, we typically see ourselves drinking a little more heavily to suppress our seasonal depression. I look back on photos of myself during winters past and I was shocked because my face was so round and so puffy. And yes, that is what alcohol does. Alcohol makes your face and your skin super puffy. You gain a substantial amount of weight, especially in your face when you drink heavily. My advice to you is to swap out the alcohol with a mocktail. I love mocktails. They are just such a vibe. You put them in a nice wine glass and it looks like you are drinking a alcoholic beverage, but you are actually not. You are drinking a mocktail, which is honestly better for you in the long run. I love myself a Sleepy Girl mocktail. I've been drinking so many of those, which is cherry juice, magnesium powder, and a probiotic soda. My favorite probiotic soda is Poppy. I'm very loyal to Poppy, but I know so many people like Olipop as well. If you've never tried Poppy, please try the raspberry rose flavor and thank me later. It is so good. My other favorite flavor is the ginger lime of Poppy. It is fantastic. But anyways, find a mocktail that you enjoy and start drinking that more. Start swapping that in for a cocktail when you are at home and you will honestly look and feel better, I promise. Next is lotion on your body. This may be a little TMI, but when I've ever been touched by a guy, they first and foremost say that my skin is so soft, and that is such a high compliment. I will take that every day. I have been religiously putting on lotion since I was a kid because my grandma specifically would instill in us the benefit of putting lotion on everywhere, taking time and literally sitting in the bathroom and putting on lotion like it was your job. That was ingrained in me since I was a kid, and I never stopped. And that is why I have nice, supple, smooth skin, especially in the winter. As we know, it is way colder. The cold weather negatively impacts our skin and strips away the moisture. So we do have to add that back, which is why putting on lotion should be a regimen in your daily routine. Next, we have moisturizer on face. This goes hand in hand with what I just said, but the skin on your face is a lot more delicate than the other skin on your body. You do want to be putting a lot more emphasis on the skin on your face. I have been going through a lot with my skin, but one of the best recommendations I got from my facialist is to use an oil-free moisturizer. I have naturally oily skin, so it was really important for me to get a moisturizer that was not going to further create oil. I use the Kiehl's oil-free moisturizer, and I've been using that for almost 2 years now. That has been such a game changer. I use it morning and night. My skin looks great, and my dermatologist said so too. The next one is cut down on sugar. I learned this pretty scary fact recently when I went to go get a facial. My facialist told me that the more sugar you consume, the lower your collagen production gets. It literally lowers your collagen production, and that scared me so much. We all have collagen in our bodies, but over time, the production gets less and less as we age. Eating excess amount of sugar is actually pretty negative to how our body functions and produces collagen. If you don't know what collagen is, collagen helps your hair, skin, and nails stay strong and healthy and vibrant. If we're cutting down our collagen production, we are negatively affecting those areas of our body, which obviously is not great. I'm not saying cut out sugar indefinitely. For me, that is not possible. However, I do catch myself eating a little bit too much sugar here and there, and I need to stop. I'm saying this to you so that you guys are aware, as well as trying to cut down your sugar intake or swap out certain things for less sugary alternatives. I'm trying to find healthier alternatives so that I'm not eating so much processed sugar. And processed sugar makes you bloated. We don't want to be bloated. Next is oil your scalp. This again goes back to the weather and how winter truly strips our bodies from all our natural moisture. And a lot of people forget about their scalp because we often forget about things that we don't see. Hairs on our head, so we don't really think about our scalp as often. However, your scalp is the most important part of your hair growth. A healthy scalp makes for healthy hair growth. If your scalp is not healthy, then your hair is not going to grow. And that is the biggest thing that people complain about is, oh, my hair's not growing. Oh, my hair's not growing. Well, are you taking care of your scalp? Are you making sure that it is clean? Are you oiling it? These are the steps that we need to take. I consulted a few people to help me with this, and the resounding information I got was use rosemary oil on your scalp. So I have been doing that at least once a week, putting it on my hairline, putting it all over my scalp, scrubbing it in with a scalp brush to really stimulate the scalp. Leave it on, wash it off. That will do wonders for your scalp and for your hair growth. Next is get a monthly trim. If you don't want to get a monthly trim, I have heard hairstylists say 2 months is also great, but if your hair grows pretty quickly, get a monthly trim. I have been getting a trim every 2 months because my hair doesn't grow super fast, but getting a hair trim keeps your hair strands healthy. A lot of people don't realize that you get split ends. No matter what, you get split ends. So you do need a trim every so often to keep your hair healthy. Another term I heard about from a hairstylist is called grazing, meaning if you want to keep the length, but you still want to make sure that you're getting a trim, they can do a graze, which is a shorter version of a trim. So you're not chopping off a few inches at a time and you're still making sure that your hair is healthy. Next is hair gloss and dye. I recently went to the hair salon and got a hair dye and a hair gloss. A little backstory, I have extensions in and my natural hair is jet black and my extensions started the correct color, but over time they have lightened because of the sun. And that is very normal for extensions to lighten. And it's also very normal for your natural hair to lighten. But in this case, my extensions lightened over time due to the sun. So I bought some hair dye and some hair gloss. I got both of these recommendations from TikTok. The hair dye is from this brand called Adore, and the hair gloss is from DP Hue. I got them both in jet black, and the whole process in the salon took about an hour to put both in my hair, to wash it out. You guys, the results were amazing. I even did a before and after on TikTok, and everyone was commenting about the shine. Yeah, it really works. Especially that DP Hue hair gloss. I see the hype. That is an amazing way to just get a little refresh in your hair. A lot of people feel way better when their hair feels updated and refreshed in some way. And I think that is a very easy and cost-effective way of doing it. Both products together were, I believe, $55. Next is laser hair removal. If you've been following me on YouTube and TikTok, I've been documenting my journey of laser hair removal as well as sharing my honest thoughts about each session. At the time I'm filming this, I only have one more session left of laser hair removal, which will bring me to an entire year of laser hair removal, which is 8 sessions in total. The sections of my body that I got laser hair removal done are my lip, chin, underarm, and Brazilian. And the package is 8 sessions for each of those sections of my body. After session 4, the hair pretty much stopped growing back. I have not shaved my underarms in several months. I have not shaved my face in a very long time. My pubic hair definitely grows back frequently, but not as much. TMI, but I used to literally get so much growth down there. And I always thought, I wonder why hair grows so much down there as opposed to the other parts of your body. That is a mystery I will never know. Even so, the hairs are growing back finer and finer, where naturally my hairs grew there very coarse and very, very thick. So it goes to show laser hair removal, getting it done consistently actually makes a huge difference. And I honestly just feel way more confident when I know there's just less hair there. There's nothing wrong with hair. Own it, embrace it if that's your thing. No one is yucking your yum. However, for me, that was always an insecurity of mine. And TMI, I always had a lot of darker skin down there. And I have noticed through getting laser hair removal, the skin has also lightened over time. So that is definitely win-win. I'm a strong proponent of laser hair removal. I was also really scared whether it would be really painful. And I will be honest, it was really painful at the beginning, but I have a very low tolerance for pain, very, very low. Wish I had a higher tolerance, but I don't. The first few sessions did hurt, and they gave me a stress ball for that, and they went slow, and they go at your pace as well. My very first session took, I think, 3 times longer than the allotted time frame because I kept on stopping because I was in pain. But now I'm proud to say my most recent session, they did all 4 areas within 10 minutes because I took it like a champ. And it just gets easier because your body is getting used to the laser. So again, just a little plug because I love it so much. Definitely check it out. I do have a code that I will leave in the description of this episode if you are curious on starting your laser hair removal journey. Next is teeth whitening. I'm a big proponent on teeth whitening. I love getting the compliment that my teeth look so white. However, you know when it's you and it's your body and it's your teeth and you look at it every day. So I don't think that my teeth are that white. I'm not trying to be a pick me. They aren't. Because of my skin tone, it does look like they are pretty white. And when I do whiten my teeth, I can actually see a huge difference that, wow, okay, they actually lightened at least 1 to 2 shades. I've been typically using teeth whitener only for events, but I realized why not do this more often? Because the more often I do it, the lighter they will stay. I just got a teeth whitening kit on Amazon. I actually have teeth molds from Wally. That is a dentistry here in New York. I don't know if they're in other places in the country, but here in New York, I got a teeth mold last year. So they fit my exact measurements of my mouth. I just put the whitening gel in the tooth molds, leave them in for 20 minutes, and it is truly a rapid whitening treatment. When you talk to people, you're talking with your mouth and people see your teeth. So if you want to feel a little more confident, I totally recommend taking some time to whiten your teeth and make a little routine out of it, because then you will come out of winter looking fantastic. Next is weekly baths. I am a huge proponent of baths. I'm a bath girl. Back in San Francisco, where I used to live before I moved to New York, I would take a bath once a week. I put it in my calendar. It was my safe space. I would take a 1 hour bath. I would make the whole bathroom an entire vibe. Light candles. I had my laptop. I had a mocktail. I was living my best life. Here's what you're going to do for your weekly bath. You are going to do all of what I just said. Bring your tablet or your laptop in the bathroom. You're going to bring a mini speaker so you can have some background music. You are going to bring a book if you would like to read, or your Kindle. You're going to pour yourself a mocktail or a cocktail if you prefer. You're going to get some Epsom salt and put in the water. So Epsom salt is so great for easing sore muscles and recovery. If you literally just want to fully relax and have your whole body soak and sink into true relaxation, get some Epsom salt, put it in the bath, as well as get a bath bomb. This is the most fun part of a bath because you literally just get to see this little ball suds up and bubble up. It smells good. It just makes the whole experience more elevated. Trust me. You're going to get a candle. I like to light at least 2 candles in my bathroom when I am taking a bath. Some of my favorite candle notes are cardamom, bergamot, santal, vanilla. All of those just marry so well together and truly make me feel like I can really relax and really sink into this experience I'm giving myself. Don't sleep on a bath. Baths are amazing and everyone should be taking them. They are such an amazing form of self-care. Next, book your doctor's appointments. This is extremely important. This is probably the most important thing on this list. And I'm not saying that you have to wait until winter to do these appointments. However, something about winter to me motivates me to get these appointments done. We're not going out and doing a lot of social things as much as the other seasons of the year. So why not just feel really productive and get these appointments out of the way altogether? I love scheduling all of my wellness appointments in the same week. I just got my primary care appointment done, as well as my OBGYN appointment done. Girlies, if you know, getting your pap smear is not super fun, but it is very important to stay healthy and to get screenings, as well as your primary care visit. Your overall wellness annual check is so important. Your breast exam is important. Getting a urine test, getting your blood panel, all of it is so important. Please, please, please prioritize your physical well-being. You are in charge of that, so please take accountability. It is so, so important. I do want to plug ZocDoc. Heard about it probably 6 months ago, and I actually used that to book my appointments that I just had recently, and the process was really great. I read a lot of really good reviews about the providers, so that really helped. And then I was able to contact ZocDoc directly, and they helped me call a ton of different providers to make sure that they took my insurance. They took all of that annoying work out of the way. So very appreciative of that. This is not sponsored, but I did want to shout that out because the healthcare system is very frustrating, and I completely understand that that is one of the biggest gripes and the biggest hurdles with getting healthcare and getting treatments. Please believe me when I say this. I have gone through hell and back to find a provider that I can trust and one that actually really cares, but also knowing that I have those kind of services at my fingertips. They're free to use. That is such a game changer. Next is at-home workouts with ankle weights. I am just like you. I don't love the cold. I don't really know anyone who really loves cold, but I don't love the cold. And that is my biggest pain point with working out outside during the colder months, because it's uncomfortable and no one wants to be outside when it's cold. And even on the way to the gym, I've had so many personal gripes with the walk there and lugging all my stuff. And when it's cold, things are just harder. I'm not trying to complain, but I know that I'm not alone with feeling this way. So what we're going to do this winter are more at-home workouts. If you like working out outside, keep on doing it. If you are a big gym girly and you feel the need to go to the gym on a consistent basis, go off, do your thing. But I'm talking to the girls who feel like it's a chore to go out of their way and go outside to work out or go to the gym when it is cold. So what we're going to do, we are going to do some at-home workouts. There are so many great resources online. Last year, I learned about Move with Nicole on YouTube, and that changed the game. She has so many different workouts for so many different ranges of what you want to achieve with your workout goals. So I highly recommend going and looking that up. YouTube is free. We absolutely love that. So whether you're into yoga, Pilates, high intensity training, you can do all of that from the comfort of your home, which is great. All you really need is a mat, and a lot of the workouts are literally just body weight. And if you do want to invest in some weights, this is where the ankle weights come in. I love using ankle weights. I've talked about bala bangles on YouTube. I have a set of bala bangles that I've had for a year now, and I love using that for my home workouts as well as just around the house because it makes me feel a lot more productive knowing that I am low-key working out while I'm just walking around the apartment and doing chores. But in a workout sense, having them on further helps with my workout goals, helps with a little bit of that toning. So I highly recommend. You can get ball bangles or any type of ankle weights on Amazon. Next, we have LED masks. I got an LED mask off of TikTok shop. I did a lot of research on the mask before purchasing it, and I really love it. I try to use it at least 3 times a week. I actually talked to one of my facialists, and she recommended using it at least 3 times a week and switching between the red light and the blue light. So apparently red light helps with inflammation and the blue light helps with acne scarring, which I didn't know that until she told me. So I've been switching between those two for really helping target some of the hyperpigmentation on my face and the acne scarring. There are some LED masks that are definitely super expensive, so definitely do your research, figure out what you're comfortable with spending, but a lot of things, as you know, can be found on Amazon. Next are ice rollers. I've been using ice rollers for years. I think for 4 years now. This is amazing for helping you depuff. I recommend using ice rollers for at least 10 minutes right when you wake up. This helps your face de-bloat very naturally. I got my ice roller off of Amazon. Next is journaling. I have talked about journaling at length. Journaling is such a great act of self-care as well because you're really able to sit with your own thoughts and understand how you're feeling. It really starts with how you are feeling and then what intentions you want to put into the world. I love my 5-minute guided journal, which I got on Amazon. It's really helpful for me to have prompts. I love free writing as well, but sometimes I feel mental blocks and I don't know how to get started with journaling, so I highly recommend getting a guided journal. Next is get sunlight on your skin or get a sun lamp. I really recommend just walking outside and getting some sunlight, or you can just wake up and go next to your window. Hopefully you get some direct light, sit by the window and soak in that sunlight. Sunlight is so great for your circadian rhythm and it really helps kickstart it. Getting sunlight within the first moments when you wake up is such a game changer to your circadian rhythm, but also your overall mood. If you are in a place where you don't get a lot of sunlight naturally, I highly recommend investing in a sun lamp. It is super important to get natural vitamin D in your body. Next is get some fresh air every single day. Even if it is for a short period of time, and I'm talking as little as 10 minutes, that is still something. Moving your body is so important for your physical and mental well-being. Sometimes when I feel really sluggish, we'll literally just walk around the block one time, which is barely 10 minutes, but that makes me feel better. It truly makes me feel better once I do it. So I urge you to get up and get moving as little or as much as you want to do Movement is so important to your intestines, to your brain functioning. Next is walk, pod, and sunscreen. So this is my take on gym tan laundry: walk, pod, and sunscreen. Obviously, sunscreen needs to be done first before we go outside and take a walk. Put on some good sunscreen. My facialist said SPF 30 and above is good for your skin. And always remember, you need to be reapplying sunscreen every 90 minutes. Sometimes I forget, but here I am just saying it as a PSA. And then you're gonna take a walk. And yes, I love saying a hot girl walk because it feels really empowering to say it like that. But yes, it is literally just a regular walk. You're gonna put on a super cute workout set. This is very important. When you have a cute workout set on, you feel cute. You actually feel a lot better. How you look definitely does play a part in your overall mood and how you feel. So put on a cute set. This doesn't have to be a super expensive set, shouldn't even be. Just wear something that you feel comfortable in. That's all that matters. I love Gymshark so much. I've loved Gymshark for years. I just got this super cute 2-piece navy blue workout set that I am trying to find every excuse to wear because it is so cute. It is so form flattering. It makes me feel like a baddie. I love it. We have our sunscreen on. We have our cute workout set on. We have our sneakers on. We have a coat because it is cold. Wear some gloves as well. Wear something to protect your ears, a beanie, a headband, earmuffs. And now we are getting out there and we are taking a walk. We are going to take a 30-minute walk. You can find 30 minutes in your day. I promise you. You don't think you can until you do it. A lot of people just don't prioritize it. That's the misunderstanding here. We think that we don't have time for things, but you saying you don't have time really just means that you aren't prioritizing it. Because when you prioritize it, you will realize you have all the time in the world to do everything that you want. It is just what you choose to prioritize. We're going to prioritize ourselves and we're going to take a 30-minute walk. I recommend taking a walk on a route that you know, or you can be fun and go explore. You can go take a walk in an area maybe that you don't know very well. But what I will say is I urge you to walk in the daylight. And if you are walking at night, please, please, please don't wear headphones. I want everyone to be safe. If you are walking at night as well, please share your location with at least one person, your friend, your family, so they know where you are, because over here we are all about safety first. But anyways, we are on this walk. We are feeling good. We are going at our pace. We are looking up. We are looking at all of the sights and we're taking everything in. This is a sensory walk. We are just looking around. We're breathing deeply and we are getting air into our lungs. We are taking care of ourselves and it feels good. Envision how good this walk feels because it feels amazing. For our podcast, I like listening to podcasts for the entirety of my walk. Sometimes I do listen to music, but I typically listen to podcasts while I walk. Listen to a podcast that lifts you up, makes you laugh, is an escape in some way. Hopefully I'm one of those and you're listening to me on your hot girl walk. That's fun. If you are, I would love for you to tag me on TikTok or on Instagram, or even just down below in the show description, letting me know that you are on your hot girl walk listening to this episode or maybe another episode that I have of Misunderstood. Aside from that, listen to any podcast that inspires you, motivates you, lifts you up, makes you feel like a baddie, makes you feel like you can conquer the world. That is what we need on our hot girl walk. And that is why it is called a hot girl walk, because of all of those elements that make you feel good, make you feel hot, because you are. Next, we are unfollowing people on social media. Yes, this is very important. Your digital space is very, very, very sacred. Do not let anyone enter your space that is unwelcome, that is negative, bad vibes. That's not going to help us. That's going to make us feel more depressed. I typically do a quote, great unfollowing at the end of every year. So by the time I am recording this, I have already done my great unfollowing and it feels good. I have unfollowed a ton of accounts that don't interest me, that are random, that don't serve a purpose in my life, that is not inspiring me or motivating me to be a better person or a better version of myself. They're secretly negative people who have taken shots at me, talking shit about me. I am taking all of them out of my sphere all at once, and it feels damn good. That is your task If you haven't done that yet, take some time this week to unfollow all the people who are not filling your cup, who are not bringing any positivity to your life. You don't need that. Honestly, if you're scrolling and if you're seeing negative people and negative things on your timeline, subconsciously, that is literally adding to why you feel shitty. And then team it with, it is cold, it is dark, you're not hanging out with as many people during the season. You are going to feel so shitty. So please eliminate them. Because once you eliminate them, you will automatically feel better. I promise. It is one of my favorite things. Next is have a Pinterest day. I love having a Pinterest day at least once a week to just recenter myself, to get re-inspired, to just have a cutesy little pinning day. I love Pinterest. That is no secret. I've talked about Pinterest at length on many of my socials. Pinterest is that girl. Pinterest is so underrated, and that's okay because you and I can talk about Pinterest and talk about our love for it and just really lean into the experience altogether. What you're going to do is block out at least 1 hour. This process could take hours and hours, but sometimes you don't have hours and hours. So block out at least 1 hour, shut off everything that you need to, go on D&D, do whatever you need to do to cultivate a 1 hour space, and set a timer as well so you don't get sidetracked. And then you're literally going to go on Pinterest, and first off, you are going to look up things that inspire you, look up things that motivate you. I have an entire affirmations board on my Pinterest because that is something that is really integral to who I am, and it's really motivating to me. I really believe that I got to where I am at in my life because of that Pinterest board. It has been such a game changer in my life. Make a new Pinterest board just for you, and you can even make it a private board. What I love about Pinterest is that you can make boards private. It is just you. It's just you and that Pinterest board. No one needs to see it. And it is your safe space. That is such a beautiful thing. It is your safe space where you can come and you can visualize what you want in your life and your dreams and your goals and hype yourself up. And you can look at it every day and no one has to know. It is your little secret, and that is perfectly okay. Another thing that you can pin on Pinterest are aspirational activities. I love thinking about what I'm going to be doing in the spring and the summer, in the fall. And winter is a great loading period to start thinking about what I want my year to look like. It is perfect because winter is literally at the beginning of the year. So you have the entire year to literally visualize exactly what you want your year to look like. If you want to go have a Euro summer, type in Euro summer on Pinterest and have a day, have a ball, because there's so much content and inspiration and cute photos and cute outfits and cute locations for Instagram photos. And that will get you so excited to hopefully plan a trip with yourself or your friends or whoever and have an amazing 2025 and beyond. The best part about Pinterest is it is a visual representation of what you want in your life. You can literally search anything and something will come up. So use that as something to look forward to. Like Pinterest is a way that you can start to look forward to new adventures and new moments and new milestones that you want in your life. And that will help you get over the depression that comes with winter. Next is hyper focus on one hobby. I love hyper focusing on a hobby. I've done this every single year for the past 5 years. I love the idea of focusing on one thing, trying to do it really well. And even if I stop doing it outside of winter, that's okay. Focusing on one thing in the winter is a really good goal to strive for. It teaches you discipline. You can do something that you set your mind to. It is goal setting in a way. My hyperfixation for this winter is running. I am running the New York City Half Marathon on March 16th, which is right after winter ends. Right now I am training. I've gone through a few weeks of training so far. Each week I am seeing myself get better and better and progress. And fun fact, even back in July, I could not even run a mile without stopping. I could not run a mile without stopping, but I have run 5 miles without stopping, and I'm really freaking proud of that. So this one is hitting two birds with one stone, taking care of myself bodily. I am working out, I am eating clean to make sure that I'm able to run to my best ability, and then I am hyper focusing on something and being disciplined about it to get to that goal of March 16th. And a little plug, if you want to donate to my fundraising efforts for the New York City Half Marathon, I will leave that down below. I would love any support, anything that you can give, that would be amazing, because we got to get our fundraising goal. I am running with Team for Kids, by the way, which all the information I'll leave down below. Back to hyper focusing on one hobby. You can insert anything here: painting, skating, crocheting, reading. There's so many things, so many things. The list is endless. Think of something that you've always wanted to try and challenge yourself. I think challenging yourself is great, but you can also stay within your comfort zone and do something that is comfortable and something that you really like. That's also great. Something about challenging yourself with a hobby and doing something new and out of your comfort zone is really rewarding. I can say with certainty that these past few weeks have been really liberating to see myself do something that I thought I couldn't, and to prove myself wrong is just such an incredible feeling and has really helped me reframe how I view all my accomplishments. 10 out of 10 recommend finding and hyper focusing on a hobby to get through the winter months. Next is put on makeup once a week. I love makeup. I love seeing makeup on. There's sometimes I love the process of getting ready. However, I don't wear makeup that often anymore. I think back to when I was in corporate and I would wear a full face of makeup every single day. I think back and I don't even know how I did that, because current me could never. I will always defend the statement of putting on makeup makes me feel good, and that end result is worth it, which is why I say put on makeup once a week. In the winter, you're probably not going out that much. Maybe you are, but most of us aren't. So you would say there isn't really a reason to wear makeup. Fair. But if you plan out one day a week where you sit in your bathroom or sit by your vanity, play some music, listen to the new SZA album, sing along, put on makeup, make it a whole experience, you will feel so good. Once your makeup is done, you feel so gorgeous, because you are inside and out without makeup, by the way. Just that feeling of getting ready and putting yourself together really does wonders for your mental. And then it gives you an excuse to maybe go take yourself on a solo date, go on a date, go hang out with your friends, go do something fun and exciting, some type of activity. It kind of gives you a way to get out of your stagnant day-to-day that might not be as exciting. Highly recommend wearing makeup at least once a week in the winter. Next is winter outfits. I think winter outfits are so fun to put together. Accessories are the most fun part of winter outfits. I'm talking hats, scarves, gloves, tights, fur coats, turtlenecks. They're so fun and can really elevate an outfit. Take some time to put together some outfits that maybe are out of your comfort zone, or just outfits that you wouldn't even think of wearing, but now you have some time to hone in on: what is my personal style this year? What do I want to bring into this new year? Also, go thrifting. I'm literally about to go thrifting today and try to look for a fur coat. I just think the act of going out of your way and putting on an outfit that is really representative of you and is really expressing your style is so fun. And again, it helps you pull yourself out of a negative space. Such an amazing way to speak through clothing. And I take that very seriously. I love fashion. I'm such a fashion girly. For those who know, I just love fashion. Some people are a little dissuaded by winter outfits because it is cold. I get it. You don't feel the need to put in effort. You would rather just wear sweatpants and a big coat and kind of hide in the shadows. There will be days like that in winter. And you know what? Lean into those days. I am not telling you not to. However, take this season as a chance to get out of that mindset. Wear a cute skirt with some fleece tights and some knee-high boots and a fur coat and a beret and gloves, and you are rocking. When you walk down the street, people will be like she looks fabulous because you do look fabulous, and you will feel so good. The best compliment to receive is that you look fabulous. You are dressed well. People like your outfit. Tell me I'm wrong. That is such a highly regarded compliment. When you hear compliments like that, it changes the whole trajectory of your day for the better. You are looking up and you are not trying to hide in the shadows. You are leaning into who you are, and that feels good. Let that feeling actually feel good. Next is nail care. We are taking care of our nails, our toenails, and our fingernails all winter long. We are getting pedicures and manicures if needed. And if you don't want to go into a salon, you can also always do all of this at home and get your own home nail kit. I don't trust myself with doing my own nails. I need to learn, but for right now, that's not where I'm at. So I do go to the nail salon at least once a month to get my cuticles done, get gel or regular polish, get a pedicure, do the foot scrub thing. All of that will just make sure that you are staying healthy all around. And having your nails done just makes you feel cute. You can't fight me on that. That is absolutely true. Next is lip care. Again, with the winter weather and it stripping our body from the moisture that it so much needs, your lips feel that as well. I feel like I've been gatekeeping this on social media. I haven't even made a video about this, but what I will say right now is the Trader Joe's lip mask is so amazing, and it's only $3. I've gone through 2 containers of it. It smells like vanilla. It is so soft, keeps my lips so moisturized, so glossy. It smells so good. I have it by my bedside table. I use it throughout the day and I love it. And you guys should go get it. My biggest pet peeve is when my lips are cracked and dry. It is just so unattractive and I hate it. Make sure that you're taking care of your lips this winter. Next is electrolytes. A lot of us forget about electrolytes because we think that only athletes need electrolytes, which is not true. The everyday person needs electrolytes to get those minerals that are lost through sweat, because we all sweat, whether we are an athlete or not, we all sweat. So we need to replenish our bodies, and electrolytes are the best way to do that. I love Liquid IV. I love Advocare. There's Element. There's a ton on the market. Go find the ones that you enjoy. Make sure to get some electrolytes in every single day. That's one of the things that I always forget. It's not only when I'm doing physical activity. You should be drinking electrolytes every single day. I just stocked up and I am making it a point to drink it every day, and I just feel better. You feel better when you have electrolytes in your system. When you don't have electrolytes in your system, you feel very tired. You feel very dehydrated because you literally need electrolytes to operate and to feel good. And last on the list is daily greens / vitamins. I take AG1. I've been taking AG1 for 2 years now, and I cannot recommend it enough. It is not sponsored, but I wish it was. I love AG1. So many people on my YouTube have commented and have noticed how consistently I've been taking it, and my skin looks so glowy and so amazing. I rarely get sick anymore. If you've known me for years, you know that I would get sick almost once a month, and that doesn't happen anymore. My immune system is so much stronger because of AG1, so I highly recommend it. And as we know, in the winter, our immune system is probably the lowest out of the entire year just because it is colder. It's flu season and a lot of people are getting sick around us, but making sure that you are taking it upon yourself to get your vitamins in, get your greens in is such a game changer. And what I love about AG1 specifically is there is an entire list of vitamins and greens and nutrients in every single scoop. So all I have to do is take 1 scoop. I don't even have to think about taking all these different pills. I like things to be easy, and it is one of the easiest things that I've incorporated in my routine for the past 2 years. So I hope this list was super helpful for you guys to understand that you are not ugly. It is just winter, but there are tangible ways that you can make this winter better. You do not have to succumb to the negativity of winter every single year. You do not have to think that your life is over for the next 3 months just because it is a little colder outside. You can thrive in the winter, and we are going to thrive in the winter together. You got this. And with that, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Misunderstood. I would love to hear your thoughts about this episode down below in the description. Remember to rate the podcast as well as follow it on Spotify. Come hang out with me on my other socials, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest at nkmadani. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.